Welcome to Loving It on Keto with Wendy and Harry. Harry's the cameraman, you guys. We have been up very early. Matter of fact, I got a telephone call that woke me up out of a dead sleep, and I'll talk about that in just a second. But how many of you are doing the May Back on Track for Weight Loss Challenge with us? Today is a 5-2 fast or intermittent fasting using your regular macros, and you can have a high protein powder shake if you would like, and take a walk. Now, 5-2 fasting means, for anyone who is new, 2 days out of the week you take and have a 500 to 600 calorie day. Fasting means from the time you stop eating the night before till the next day, you do a 16-hour, 18-hour, or you can do a 24-hour fast. You guys, we did not weigh ourselves. I did not have a chance to write anything down. It's 2:30 and I had to come home to grab more packing stuff. Dropped Harry off a little bit earlier, had to take Felicia home because she doesn't have a car today. Get a call from Mom telling me that they're discharging her today from a dead sleep. Mom's all excited, and it's like, Mom, they can't discharge you. For those of you who are brand new, my mother fell in March, broke her pelvis. She's been in rehab, and we are moving her from her home that she can no longer live in to an assisted living facilities called Beatitudes, which is a fabulous campus. It's assisted living. You're allowed to take some furniture, but she's moving from a home into a small 300 square foot apartment, like a studio apartment. So we had to pick and choose furniture. Plus, Mom needs a hospital bed that raises up the feet, raises up the top, all of those good things, and one was supposed to be ordered. Well, it's on back order. So besides the fact that you are only allowed to move Monday through Thursday, you have to use one of their approved movers. You have to set that up, which we did. They're coming tomorrow. We've explained all of this to the rehab facility. They are supposed to order and are responsible for ordering anything she needs to go home with, like a hospital bed, high-rise toilet, a wheelchair, a walker, cane, and those items. So I've been working with Beatitudes, that's where she's going, and these others. And I have been leaving messages, and nobody has called me back for over a week from where my mother is at.
You need to talk to the director there.
I do. Beatitudes has been wonderful. They told me she needs a tuberculosis test to make sure she does not have tuberculosis before she comes, and a COVID test, which makes sense. I have left messages, and nobody is getting back to me at the other facility. And I knew that 2 weeks ago when we signed the papers. So I feel like a mouse in a maze. I'm the mouse in the maze. And I kept hitting a wall, thinking I'm going forward. I can see the exit over the top of the maze, right? It's just tall enough that I can look over, but I can't get to the exit. So I have to calm my mom down, and then she gets upset, and I left a message with them, and I have to call my sister who's in Idaho because she's the power of attorney, and tell her she's to call who told you, Mom, is the question. Physical therapy told me. Okay, Lori, you need to call head of physical therapy and tell them they are upsetting your mother because they keep telling her something that is not true. We had to call the insurance company. Lori has a caseworker. She talked to them, and they said they will not discharge her until there is a bed ready over at the other facility. So we're playing this game back and forth. Plus, I'm trying to get everything that is needed packed so that we can pack her up tomorrow. The movers are coming. I've got that squared away. Now, Beatitudes is so nice that they have some hospital beds. Potentially they could loan us. They need to talk to their service department because they have some that are cannibalizing for parts. As residents' beds break, they're taking the wheels or they're taking the mechanics because parts, as we all know, there is a supply shortage for everything right now. Okay? But Beatitudes was kind enough to call around. They found one of the big facilities here in the valley that has hospital beds. that has exactly what Mom needs. I called and left a message this morning at 8 o'clock and told them nobody has called me. It's 2:30. Nobody has called me. I left a message for head of physical
Honey, call the
therapy,
director.
for the case manager, yes. So Harry said call them. But in the meantime, Harry and I ran over there and we've been wrapping and going through stuff. And we've been trying to get the last stuff ready for tomorrow. On the way home from dropping Felicia, we stopped at the dollar store, you guys. Man, that store is fabulous. I got a whole bunch of containers that Mom can put across the top of her closet that she can
You have
grab.
to show me all this stuff, man.
And then she has a kitchenette with cupboards. She's going to have a nice 5-drawer cupboard underneath with drawers. We got, we packed up her silverware and her dishes that she's taking. We got her some nice looking acrylic cups instead of glass because she has problems with her hands and I want to make sure she doesn't break glass. And they have a list of things you can take and not take for assisted living. So we went off of that, and I got, new soap and sponges and things for the bathroom and all the good stuff. So I talked with Beatitudes where she's going and said, what size sheets does a hospital bed take? Because I don't know. So anyway, I'm doing so much logistics, and we are both, Harry's trying not to sneeze, dust. We're both dealing with a lot of dust at my mom's house, which is understandable. But anyway, you guys, Harry wants to go to an early dinner because we have to stay until we're done packing. We have to do that. So I've got more drinks. I'm refilling the refrigerator over there with cold drinks. I redid an electrolyte because I feel like I need one today. And you guys, that is what we are doing. I wanted to give everybody an update, but that pretty much is what we are doing today. And I apologize, it's short and it's only about, this is the video about Harry and my life and what we are doing. And we are staying keto. Last night at 9:30, I put chicken in, I put steaks in, I did all the stuff, got dog food made, washed dishes, did all the stuff here at my house so I could hit the ground running this morning. And I was expecting to sleep until 9 o'clock. Harry had to cancel his physical therapy because of all the stuff that happened and all the phone calls and all the people I had to call and talk to, because by the time we were done, it was 10 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
From 8 to 10. I was on the phone with these people, to these people, to this people, to those people, to double check this, to double check that. I was the little mouse in the maze. That was Wendy. This will all be done. I just gotta take a deep breath and release. And they can't get my mom to the curb with a suitcase in her hand. That I do know. And we do have a case. It's just I wish they wouldn't get my mom's hopes up. And my mom is worried because we haven't been able to see her for 3 days because we've been trying to deal with the house. So anyway, you guys, this is short, this is sweet, this is an update only, and I'm gonna let everybody go because we need to get back to the house. We're probably not gonna be done till midnight tonight. My mother has so much jewelry and so many little boxes and so much stuff I've got to go through clothing wise and stuff. I thought it would be easier, but nothing is in this life, and I want to make sure we have everything for her. Hey everyone, we are home from packing up and getting ready to move Mom's furniture tomorrow. And you know what I wished I had all day long? A tuna fish sandwich. It's been a heck of a time, and I haven't made bread in a long time. And I was reading one of Gladys's comments. It was either a comment or it was an email that she sent to me about, Wendy, you haven't been making bread in a long time. Which is your favorite bread? Your buttermilk bread or your BBBE bread? What's your favorite bread? And I've had a couple of other folks ask me, what's your favorite bread that you've made? So I'm going to share the buttermilk recipe that I made. I posted it on Facebook several months ago, and this is the keto egg white protein buttermilk bread. And I really like it. And I thought, you know what? We're doing this move and everything else. Tomorrow I'm going to have bread. Yes, indeed.
Yes, I want a piece of toast.
Harry wants a piece of toast. And so do I.
And this is one of my favorite breads, so
it is.
There you go.
This one and the BBBE bread are my two most favorite breads.
You got it.
Absolutely. So I'm going to make it. So you guys, first I'm going to make the ingredients that go in after you have the stiff egg whites. So with the buttermilk bread, let me get my recipe here. I am going to need, in the bowl, 1.5 cups of water, which I have. I'm going to be adding this other stuff to it, but to make the buttermilk part of the bread, I need to get 9 grams of buttermilk. And I have got, this time I have got Judy's buttermilk bread. Powdered buttermilk. So, and this makes a wonderful, slightly sourdough bread. If you've ever had buttermilk bread in the store, this is moist, delicious. I love it. So we need 6 ounces of egg yolk powder.
What kind are you using?
Which is a, I forgot to do that. 6 ounces of egg yolk powder. Or a tablespoon. And then I need my Anthony's premium butter powder that I use first for my BBBE bread. I use both the egg yolk powder, this, for both of my 2 favorite breads. I make my buttermilk bread with these, and I make my BBBE bread with these. And my BBBE bread is the recipe where you can make it with the raw egg, and the real butter, and the real raw egg whites, and the egg yolks, or you can make it with the egg white powder and the powdered yolks. And I have both those recipes. So, but this one, you use powdered egg yolk powder, and butter powder is 6 grams butter powder. So let me measure that. It's almost a tablespoon, so that works out really well. And then these are optional. I like them because I think it helps add to the sourdoughliness flavor. I use nutritional yeast, and I use a teaspoon of nutritional yeast. Just grab that and put that in. I use a teaspoon of active dry yeast. You can add it or you can leave it, but I like it. I think it adds flavor for me. So I add it. And then I add a 1/2 teaspoon of xanthan gum. When you're working with this much fats, it helps keep the bread dough from falling as far as I'm concerned. So that's what I'm going to use. Half a teaspoon of xanthan gum. Yeah, I'm missing bread. I've got the butter. I want toast tomorrow.
Well, that's me, man.
Gotta get up early and meet the movers.
Eggs.
So
I like to have it with my eggs.
So that is what is going to go in at the end. Okay? So let me kind of stir this up. So all this goes in at the end. It's all the fats and the flavor. It's going to go in at the end. So give it a good stir. Again, it's 9 grams of buttermilk powder, 6 grams of egg yolk powder, and 6 grams of the Anthony's butter powder. So it's those. Then I put a little active dry yeast, tablespoon of nutritional yeast, and 1/2 teaspoon of xanthan gum. Now, into the water goes 1/2 teaspoon of Redmond salt. I still like using a teaspoon of cream of tartar. I have a lot of you have told me that this is your most favorite bread of all times, and you guys have told me that this is the softest, moistest one as well, which is really nice. Thank you guys for leaving me those comments. I truly appreciate it. It makes me feel good. I've done the salt, done that. I only need a tablespoon of allulose. I found that makes the bread a beautiful color, and you're not using a lot of it. It's expensive. I know all the ingredients are expensive. Just put a tablespoon in, right into the water. I'm gonna measure my egg white protein powder. I have my oven set to 325, and I'm gonna cook this for 40 minutes. So it's gonna take about 5 minutes or so to heavy whip this. I'm gonna put 120 grams of egg white powder, protein powder in here. Oops, the gram. Wait a minute, Harry, let me get this zeroed out before you come close. And I agree with everybody else. You guys need to be measuring, especially the egg white protein powder, because if you get too much in, you're going to get styrofoam. You really need a scale to at least measure the fats, which would be your egg yolk powder, your butter powder, and your buttermilk powder. There. That's exactly. Okay, I'm going to put this on for about 5 minutes. Okay, I've got it on low. I've got my buttermilk powder, my egg yolk powder, my butter powder, my active dry yeast, and my nutritional yeast all in here. I'm just going to pour it in. Just make it enough to incorporate. I'm going to turn this on for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excuse me. And then you have to work pretty quickly because you are working with fat. The dough can break down. But I'm finding with the xanthan gum, a little bit of xanthan gum does hold it together and keeps it from falling. Just me. It really does keep it from falling. And then I just take my, where is it? My mixer right here. Make sure you get all of your ingredients mixed, because you do not want white streaks, because that's the foam, that's just the egg whites. Go down into the bottom, kind of give it a nice stir, but look how nice. When you do buttermilk, you guys, it just whips up so nice. Doesn't it, Harry?
Yeah, big, huge loaf.
Big, huge. Put a little bit in. I mean, it really gets some weight into the paper. Then I can take my clips off. And I mean, this is going to make a huge loaf. Huge. It just, the buttermilk just whips it so nice. And see how it sticks together too. That's another thing I noticed, and I think that is the xanthan gum. Just a little bit of xanthan gum. You don't even need a whole teaspoon. I just think it keeps it from falling. That's just me. But this is my all-time favorite recipe.
Yeah.
This one is. And then my BBBE one is my second.
Right.
I just love these. I mean, we are going to have a super high loaf of bread.
That'll be great.
I haven't had bread.
It makes great sandwich bread.
Oh yeah, it does. It really does. And it gives Harry just that buttermilk just gives it a hint of sour, just enough. Just enough to give you that little bit of homemade farmhouse deliciousness bread.
Stop snipping.
I can't help it. I have been dusting all day as I'm packing things, and I've got allergies, so I just can't help the sniffles. Wow. Okay. We want to get this so that it stays up and in the pan, because I'm telling you, this buttermilk just really makes it whip fabulously. And you notice it's not falling. The batter just doesn't fall as much with just a little bit. And it's just a little bit xanthan gum. Not enough to cause anybody any issues. Okay, just a little bit. And that's going in the oven, 325 for 40 minutes, you guys. Let me get this washed. And we'll come back in 40 minutes when we have delicious buttermilk bread. One thing I forgot to say is I no longer spray any of my pans. I use parchment paper only, and I love that. And you guys can reuse parchment paper. So it's been 40 minutes. Look at this absolutely delicious, gorgeous bread.
Look how big that thing is, man. Perfect sandwich bread.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Turn off the timer. And the nice thing about parchment paper that I love is you can just pick this whole loaf of bread up, move it over here, fresh out of the oven. You want to keep your parchment paper for the next loaf you make, you guys. You can reuse your paper several times. It's hot, so you want to be careful, but oh my gosh. Woo, woo, man, is that a beautiful loaf of bread or what? That's 1 tablespoon of allulose. That's not 1/4 cup that we used to use when we used to make the bread, you guys. And look how pretty that turns out. I think the butter and maybe the buttermilk have a browning effect too, because it's just a beautiful loaf of bread. So you guys, I'm gonna let this rest, but I think I'm gonna turn on the hot water. I think I want some tea and toast. It's 8:45, you guys, but we have had such a very stressful day, and I just want to have a nice piece of toast with melted Kerrygold butter.
Oh yeah.
A little bit of jam.
Please.
And some herbal tea. So you guys will come back when it's tea and toast. Yes, indeed.
Okay. That's all right. Go.
Okay, I'm putting 2 Tazo chamomile tea in.
Yeah.
I got my
tea.
retirement cup.
You know it. She's got it. She
Thank-
loves this for tea,
Thank
man.
you, Paula.
That's our teacup.
And Harry's got his Arizona
You
cup.
know it, man.
I put some original
Right.
better stevia in it. Our tea water is ready. Ooh. Want to let it steep. Man, I want just a nice cup of tea and some toast.
Yep.
I can't wait. Just sounds delicious to me right now. Doesn't it sound delicious? Okay, you guys, I got the bread slicer out. This is so fat, it won't fit in this way, but I'm gonna turn it sideways and see if I can gently get it into the bread slicer. I love this bread slicer. Thank you so much for the gift. It was absolutely beautiful.
Oh yeah, this thing is great. Oh, there
And
we
it
go.
works sideways. Sally heard the word bread. Oh my gosh. Yes, 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 yes.
Brand new bread, man. Basically out of the oven.
It is so soft and so pretty. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
And it just is so nice, you guys. Look at that. And Sally loves bread. Look at her. She's checking the floor. Sally, would you like some bread? Okay, come over here. Sit down. Like a piece of bread? Yes, please. Okay. Verdict? Is it good? Yes. I like it because it is moist. Now, of course, the crust is like any of their egg white bread. It's a little crunchy, but by tomorrow it's going to be nice and soft.
Yep.
But I like the crust. That is so good.
My mouth is watering.
I've missed you, bread.
Really, right?
Yes. Okay, I'm going to make some toast, so we'll come back when we have toast, you guys. Yes, indeed. Let me move all this out of the way, Harry. It's toast. Ouch. It's hot toast. And a little bit of Kerrygo butter. Butter is like melting.
Let's get
I forgot. Yeah, I'm not going to use this much butter on each one.
Oh yeah, no, that's mine.
No, it is not. I'm
that's
pulling
mine.
some of the butter off, little boy.
Oh, come on.
Here, come on. Tea and toast. I'm so excited. You guys, I'm telling you, there is nothing more satisfying than sitting down and having some tea and toast. Look at that, you guys. How pretty is that?
Hold it up.
Ooh, yeah. That pretty?
Yeah.
Let's put some jam on it.
Okay.
Woo! I know you guys think of it as dirty because it is made with Splenda, but man, black raspberry preserves are my favorite. Yes, indeed they are. And I'm not going to use this knife until I get the butter off of it. But it's Harry and mine, so that's about what?
That's about right, yeah.
About a tablespoon? I'm counting it as a tablespoon. Look at that. Oh, man. Look at the butter. You guys, it toasts so pretty. It's so nice. Look at those. Look.
That's nice, isn't it?
It is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So here's the deal. Taking my toast. Taking my retirement. And I am gonna go have tea and toast. Yes, indeed. See you guys in the next segment. Man, you guys, that toast with jelly and tea was, it was absolutely delicious.
Oh, yeah,
and I needed that tonight. I just needed that
I
comforting.
was so sad when it was all done.
So good. Harry's like, oh, but you cut more. And I
Yeah.
said, yeah, and you can't have any. Anyway, you guys, tomorrow is a BBBE diet. No added dairy. Move your body. Yes, indeed. So you guys, we're going to go ahead and close out this video tonight, and we'll see everybody tomorrow. So don't forget, please remember to like, subscribe, ring that little bell, give us a thumbs up. We'll see you right here tomorrow. Tomorrow is Move Mom Day. Move her
tomorrow's a
furniture.
great day.
It's moving her furniture. Mom is not moving yet. We're moving her furniture. Almost there, Mom. Almost there. Sally said I would like some bread. Sit down. Okay. Just say goodnight. Say goodnight. Good night.
She decided to do it in a different length.
She did. She's so cute. Anyway, see you guys tomorrow. Good night. Oh, where'd I put the bread?